Alrighty, so here is a pair of the Yeezy 700 V3s in the Azareth colorway. I picked these up back in the summer of 2020 and made a video on them, so be sure to go check it out. A pickup that I've recently made that is eerily similar to this one is this pair. Another 700 V3, but in the Kyanite colorway. But if you peel back the layers on both of them, you'll notice how different they are. So, again, I've made a focus video on the Azareth pair, so we're going to focus on these Kyanites. This pair of 700 V3s initially surfaced in October of 2020, and finally came out in March of 2021. Like pretty much every Adidas Yeezy sneaker, they come out in this cardboard pull-out style box. You get your 700 logoing, nothing on the sides, and of course your box tag. There you can see the model is a Yeezy 700 V3. The colorway is literally Kyanite-Kyanite. I got these things in a size 10, which is my standard Yeezy size, and for those of you that don't have a pair of Yeezy 700 V3s, they do run a bit snug, so definitely recommend going up half size. Fetched a retail price of $220 on release, and I was lucky enough to grab them on a raffle from Social Status, so big shout out to them. They have a few brick and mortar locations throughout the US, but this one came from their warehouse in North Carolina. I also hit on a pair of the Clot Air Max 1s a few days after another raffle, so it was like back-to-back raffle wins, which is crazy. So looking at the silhouette as a whole, it's definitely a sneaker you don't see every day. And you know, that's part of the whole Yeezy mantra. Kanye's just been dropping a bunch of quirky, weird looking sneakers. Diving right into it, this upper material, so where the fabric portions are, is in Adidas's prime knit material in a variation of colors. My variations of blue aren't the greatest, but I'd say these stripings are more like a cerulean color, and they have more aqua hits detailed around. Hopefully I'll get some close B-roll shots of them, but you can see around the toe and towards sort of the back heel of the sneaker, there are these little aqua hits. Surrounding that prime knit material is this weird skeleton looking sort of structure. So the material on here, Adidas advertises it as an RPU, or rigid polyurethane. It definitely adds stability to the shoe for sure. If it was an all prime knit upper, you could feel the flexibility and sort of flex throughout the sneaker. However, with this RPU material, it sort of locks your foot down in a way. The coolest detail worth noting here is that there's a milky color on this RPU skeleton, and it's because it's a glow in the dark. So similar to the Azareth, same thing I pointed it out in that video, the RPU cage on both sneakers glows in the dark. I'm not sure if that's the case with the other 700 V3 colorways, but it's certainly prominent on these two pairs. So it's definitely a cool detail. Some may think it's childish, but I think it's pretty neat. If you let these things bake out in the sun, and then, you know, you step indoors or where light isn't too prominent, you'll definitely see these things light up. You look at the rubber toe caps over here, they're in sort of a brushed rubber material. And then if you move up the tongue a little more, you'll see it's a black neoprene material. And then you get a hit of reflective material on there as well. So this black neoprene is connected to the uppers, making it sort of a one-piece upper. It's very sock-like. A lot of sneakers take on the same makeup for that sort of stable and fitted ride. And part of that fitted ride as well is this infinity lacing system that most Yeezys have been taking on as of late. You could see it on both the Azareth and the Kyanites that there are no places to tie your shoes. It's all sort of connected by this one elastic piece. If that isn't for you, they come with an extra set of laces that you can tie, but the only way to get this sort of infinity lacing system off is if you cut it. So I don't know if that's what you guys want to do. Personally, I kind of like the idea of having these as a slip-on shoe and keeping these factory laces on them. It's worth noting too, if you take a look at the 700 V3s in general, they sort of look like the Yeezy Quantum model, which is that high top, more basketball focused model. That high top definitely isn't for everyone. I'm actually trying to lock down a pair of those just because it doesn't seem like they're going for too much on the resale market, especially since that retail price is a little steep. I don't think people are really too into them. So if I get a pair of those, I'll definitely compare them with the 700 V3. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but the 700 V3s fit very snug, so I definitely recommend going up half a size or even a full size. As far as comfort goes, again, these do not utilize Adidas's Boost technology. They don't quite feel as bouncy as a 350 V2, rather more stable ride. But in any case, they're certainly very comfortable, and I wouldn't mind having these on my feet all day. Overall, love the look and aesthetic of this sneaker. Again, it's unlike anything you'll see on anybody else's feet. So if you want something unique, these are definitely a sneaker worth grabbing. I also think that the blue is a really nice color on this silhouette. I know other 700 V3 models take on more of an earthy tone, which as do many other Yeezy sneakers, but the blue on here just pops and looks super nice. I reference the Azareths from time to time throughout this video, but you'll notice the blues are super similar. It's as if you take this Azareth pair and invert the colors, you sort of get this Kyanite. I'm not sure which one I like better. I'm thinking the Kyanites, but in any case, it doesn't really make sense for me to have two pairs of a sneaker that look almost identical in a way. So at some point, I'm going to have to let go of one of these. I think the best way to keep up is follow me on Instagram at StuffDylanLikes. I'll definitely document that journey. And then going back to it really quickly too, I think this silhouette as a whole is a real love it or hate it thing. For me, I really like it a lot. It's super futuristic, and again, there's really nothing else that looks like it on the sneaker market right now, which again, I think are worth noting too. I think these are going to shoot up, but also who knows? It's pretty hard to predict the resale market, but it just seems over time, Yeezy models tend to trickle up in price. Give things a few months to rest, and you'll see prices start to creep up. I referenced the 450s that I picked up recently, but those are also super weird, and I don't mind having those on my feet because break some necks. In any case, that's all I have to say for these 700 V3s. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section below. Were you lucky enough to get them on their release date for retail? Are you going back and shelling out resale prices for these? Definitely leave a comment, let me know what you think of these things. I'd love to interact with you guys over there. Aside from that, we're closing out, so do all the usual stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.